Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Set actually, a fantastic set, very nice set, perfect cat level set. Okay, and a bit tough set, right? Just try this set. If you can solve this set in 7 to 8 minutes, you can feel really good about yourself, right? Here it is. So J. Hewett is a numerologist who believes in the mystical power of numbers. For all the letters in the alphabet series, he assigns a corresponding number. For example, the number A is 1. Okay, so A is like 1, B is 2, and Z is 26, and so on. He selected a name for his daughter such that a product of his letters of his name and that of his letters of his daughter's name are same. Okay, they're same actually, right? And these are following information actually. Okay, so basically in this question, you need to find the name of daughter actually, right? So basically I've not written the questions here because in such kind of questions, once you find the name, all questions can be solved, right? Because if I look at the questions here, the questions were like, what is the first letter? Okay, what is the first letter? That's the first question of a daughter name. Second question is, what is the number of vowels in his daughter's name? Okay, so you can sense it, right? So once you see these questions actually, so once you can solve this, find the name of the letter of the daughter, you can solve all such questions, right? Basically again, third one is, how many letters are numbered as perfect squares, right? So all these questions indicate that you simply need to find the daughter's name in this question here. Okay, now let's do this, guys. Let's solve this question actually. Okay, now so basically all the important points are written here. Okay, so he selected a name for his daughter such that the product of the letters of his name Jehud 10 into 15 into 15 10 8 15 15 4 is and daughter's name are same. Okay, so now let me just make this, guys. Okay, so basically in first go I just write the name of basically let's make one case actually. There are 5 letters in his daughter's names also, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, then we have got 1 2. So start off with making at least 2 cases in such kind of question because there will be multiple possibilities, and move to maximum 4 cases also. Okay, now basically I need to find the product of the daughter's name of this person is actually same as this number here. Okay, so let's prime factorize it, guys. So basically for J Hood, if you understand that, basically J stands for 10. Okay, H stands for 8. If you numbered like A1, B2, C3, D4 like that, okay, so J will come at 10, H will come at 8, O will come at 15, okay, and then D will come at 4. That's the numbering actually, right? So once I see that, what is the product of the name actually? Okay, so just observe this, guys, now. Okay, observe this. Okay, so 10 actually, so product will be equal to, let's prime factorize it. It contains powers of 2, powers of I think 3, and is powers of 5. How many powers of 2, guys? 2 will appear 1 time, 1 plus 3 times here 4, and 4 plus 2 times here 6. 2 will appear 6 times. So 2 will appear 6 times here, fine. Then 3 will appear how many times? 1 and 1, 2 times here. And 5 will appear 1, 2 and 3, 3 times here. Okay, that's the prime factorization. Now once I read the conditions one by one, guys, it says that her name has no 5th letter of the alphabet as 5 is his unlucky number. That means her name will not contain E. Okay, her name will not contain E because E number is 5 in the alphabet. All the letters of her name are distinct and there are no common letters between his and her names, right? So all are distinct actually. This is an important point again, right? Okay, second point is the number of 2 letters are even while the number of 3 letters are odd. Okay, fine. The number of last letters is the smallest of the 5 letters. Okay, this again point will keep in mind. And the numbers of the first, third and fourth letters are in increasing GP here. It is geometric progression. So now basically the point of focus will be because all letters of her name are distinct and there are no common letters with between his and her names, that is with J would name, right? That means her daughter's name doesn't contain of J, doesn't contain a O, doesn't contain a H, doesn't contain a D, right? So nothing common as his daughter name, right? So basically this always attack on the, if because I have to look at the product actually, so always attack on that 5 maximum power, right? That is maximum is one to be attacked first. I should be attacking on this 5 cube actually. Once I attack on this 5 cube here, so what actually I'll get is in this 5 cube, so product of her letters is 5 cube, right? So if I look at the 5 or multiples of 5, so already E, J and O cannot take it's her name, right? So basically E is actually 5, J is actually 10 and O is 15, and this 3 it her name cannot take. That means one more multiple of 5 is basically T is 20 and Y is 25. That means to make her product as 5 cube, the product of the numbers of letter position, I want that to be 5 cube. So Y contains a 5 is square, Y contains a 5 is square, 20 contains a 5 into 4. Okay, so their product will be what? 5 cube, right? So for the product to be 5 cube, these two letters have to be present there. Okay, they have to be present. T and Y, her name must contain a T and must contain a Y. Correct. Because then only the product will become 5 cube actually. Now, if you see guys, after using T and Y, so once I'm done with T, once I'm done with Y, what balance I got now? So out of these product factors, I used 5 into what is 4? 4 is basically 2 square. So I used 2 square. So my balance is 2 raised to 4 and 3 square, because 5 cube have completely used it, right? Now if you observe this information here, that basically there are 2 letters are even and 3 letters are odd. So out of 1 T and 1 Y, because T contained a 20 and Y contained 25, 1 even and 1 odd is already finished. That means out of total there were 2 even here, total there were 2 even numbers here, right? So already 1 even number is taken. So in this only 1 even will be left, right? In this basically only 1 even will be left. Okay, so I'm left with 3 more letters here, because her name is a 5-letter word here. So I'm left with 3 more letters here, 1, 2 and 3, correct? Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. So there are basically 3 more letters here guys, okay? So once there are 3 more letters here, so what actually I can think is, yeah. So once there are 3 more letters here, so what actually we can think is, in this 3 letters here, only 1 has to be even, right? So only 1 has to be even. So if only 1 has to be even, that 1 should contain all 2 raised to 4 together, because I can't split power of 2 in 2 letters. If I split power of 2 in 2 letters, I'll get 2 different letters, right? That are multiple of 2. That's an even number, right? So basically I would be taking T and Y is done here. That means 1 more number should be for sure 16, and 16 is P here. Why 16 is P here? Why 16P comes here? Because only 1 even, there are total 2 even and 1 even is T is already used. So the product of list of the numbers of the letter should be 2 raised to 4 into 3 square with only 1 even. So only 1 even means 2 to the power 4 whole will come here, that is P now. And then I am left with 3 square, that means 2 letters are left and their product is 3 square, that is 9. So only one possibility, 1 letter will be 9 and 1 letter will be 1, that is basically A. This 1 should be A because 1 is at A position, okay, A is at 1 position and 9 is at I, right? That means I got all my 5 letters here, okay? So her daughter 5 letters are what? P-I-A-T-Y, correct? Now what's the name here, right? The positioning of the name. So we have written that the last letter is the smallest, so I'll put A here, okay? Last is the smallest one, okay? Then first, third and fourth forms an increasing GP. If I observe this number 16, then 20 and then 25, forms an increasing GP with a common ratio 1.25. So its common ratio of GP is 1.25, right? So 16, 20 and 25 forms a GP. So let's put 16 here. Let's put 20 here. Sorry, first, third and fourth, right? So let's put 20 here. Okay. And let's put 25 here. So first, third and fourth are GP. This is P, this is T, this is Y. That means ultimately I is left there. So what is the name? Her name is Pitya. Okay. So that's why we should not always focus on numerologist actually, because then they can destroy some name also. Okay. So correct, right? This name, her name is Pitya, and that's the funda to solve such questions, right? Again, very nice question, beautiful question. Okay, a perfect quant based question. A lot of good questions these years in CAT and ZAT are coming from quant based. Okay, so it's a part of quant based LR, you can say. And the main attacking point I think in this question was basically once you get that letters written into the factors. Okay, so once you get that letters written into the factors here, right, and then you can attack on this 5 basically, because already we can see that with J, O and E not in the picture, so 5, 10 and 15 was gone, so only I am left with 5 cube as the product of 2 different letters, that means Y and T has to be present here. If Y and T has to be present here, now basically total 2 even and 3 odd. Out of that 1 even already used, that means 1 more even I can use. So the whole 2 raised to 4 should go to 1 number, because it can't split, because that even is only 2. So 2 raised to 4 becomes 16 is the third number here, and then 3 square is 9. 9 should be 1 to 9 because all letters are distinct actually. So we can't have 3 and 3. So 9 and 1. So the name is Pitya. In that 16, 20 and 25 is basically increasing GP with common ratio of 1.25. That should be the answer of this beautiful question, right? So whatever question we can answer now, what is the first letter, what is the second letter, how many vowels, how many consonants, right? So we can, once we get the name Pitya, so we can find all the letters actually, and all the questions we can do quite easily, right? Okay, so we have this fantastic set here. This Ravi is an avid reader. Throughout the year, he reads 4 different magazines. That is 1 to 3 days are till 365. He reads Outlook on the days which are multiples of 15. He reads The Week on the days which are multiples of 7. He reads No Cabbages on the days which are multiples of 4, and Frontline on the days which are multiples of 3. So, and there are 3 questions to follow here, right? So you can just try this set, guys. Try this set. If you cannot solve it, try this set at least for 15 minutes till you get the correct answer here. Okay. Now we'll discuss this set actually. Now look at this set. Okay. So it says that Ravi is an avid reader. So obviously it's a set of Venn diagram, right? Because there are multiple overlappings here. Okay. Overlapping between the number of days of different magazines actually. So once I see this, guys, so basically if I see number of days that Ravi will read Outlook. Okay. So number of days that Ravi will read Outlook, we can calculate that, right? What is that actually? So there are 365 days and Outlooks is reading in multiples of 15 actually. So I should divide 365 by 15, and because number of days will always be integer, just take the integer value. So 365 by 15 is actually 24. That means he is reading Outlook on 24 days of the year, right? Basically on every multiples of 15. So in an year from 1 to 365 there will be 24 multiples of 15, right? Similarly, he is reading the next magazine is basically The Week. Okay, so The Week he is reading, basically The Week he is reading in multiples of 7. That means there are 365 days here. In multiples of 7, this will be equal to 52. The next magazine is here, No Cabbages. Okay, so this No Cabbages magazine he is reading in multiples of 4, right? In multiples of 4. So 365 by 4, that is equal to 91. So in an year, in 91 days, he will read the magazine No Cabbages. Also, this front line, which are multiples of 3. So front line he reads on how many days, guys? This front line he reads on multiples of 3 actually. That means 365 by multiples of 3. That is equal to 121. Right? So now once you're making Venn diagram for this, okay. So basically you can think of making 4 parameter Venn diagram. But let's learn a new thing actually. Okay. So if you observe that this these numbers are actually, if you observe all these numbers are multiples of 15, multiples of 7, multiples of 4 and multiples of 3, you see that 3 and 15, so basically all the multiples of 15 will also be multiples of 3. So I can make a Venn diagram where the multiples of 3 will be completely inside multiples of 15, right? So let's make a Venn diagram like this. Okay, for example, what I'm trying to say guys, see. So basically I'll make a Venn diagram here, fine. That will be like this. Let's say this is the week, okay. Let's say this is for basically the front line will go like this, okay. Let's see a third one, that is for no cabbages. Okay, I think I should start from somewhere here. No cabbages, okay. And then we have one for actually that this part outlook will come completely inside the front line, okay. So I can make a circle like this. Now understand this Venn diagram guys, okay. It's important to understand this kind of Venn diagram because it's a bit uncommon but quite easy to solve and understand actually, right? So basically what I'm trying to say here is, let's say I make this for the week, okay. So I make this for the week, right? Or I make this for the week here, fine. Look at this. So once I make this for the week, okay, the other will let me put this for front line. Let me put this for this no cabbages here, okay, and let me put this inner one. Let me put this for outlook actually. This is for outlook, right? If you observe, the week is basically 52 times. There are 52 numbers actually. Front line is actually 121 times. Outlook is actually 24 times, okay, and no cabbages is actually 991 times, correct, right? Now once you see this data actually, so now let's try to put some variables and let's solve for it, right? Let's say I put this value as basically A, I'll put this value as B, I'll put this value as C, I'll put this value as D, I'll put this value as E, I'll put this as F, then G, then H, then I, then J, and then K. Let's put like this, okay. So these are the values here, right? Okay, this is A plus B plus this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, right? This will go like this, right? Now, if I understand, if you get this, try to get the values here, okay. So let me now just we don't need this, right? We have already used it now. Just rub it, okay. Yeah. Now, if you see here, so what I want to calculate guys now, I want to calculate that what is the value of basically these numbers here like F, G, so always start from the maximum overlapping part, right? Basically I want what is the value of F. So first of all, I would want what is the value of F. Now what is the value of F guys? So basically F is like total there are 365 days and F means common part of all 4. Basically the week is a multiple of 7. I'm reading multiple of 7. Frontline in multiple of 3. Outlooks in multiple of outlooks in multiple of this I think 15, right? Yes, Hannah. And then this in multiples of 3. Sorry, multiples of 4 here, right? This in multiples of 4. Okay, fine. So 365 by a common multiple of 3, then 15, then 7, and then 4. If you see this 3 and 15, their LCM is 15, right? Does it basically I should write actually, I should write this as the LCM of these numbers actually, right? So it should be the LCM of 3, 5, 15 and 7. Why? Because if we have total 365 here, okay, so 365 days, this one magazine is read every 3rd day, one is read every 5th day. Their common will be LCM of 3 and 5, that is 15th day. Now these two common will be 15 day. Then one more magazine comes here with LCM being 7th day, right? 7. Oh sorry, I think 3, 15, 7 and 4 here. Okay, let me know. 3, 15, 7 and 4, right? So basically, yeah. So let's take this. So if I take 3 and this 4 actually. So one magazine is read every 3 day, one magazine is read every 4th day. Their common will be every 12th day. Okay. Then LCM of 12 and 15. So 12 and 15 LCM will be 60. So common will be there every 60th day, right? And then 60 and 7 it's 420, right? So basically, if I combine all the maxim, I'll get it on the 420th day, right? But we have only 365 days here. So 365 by 420, this should be 0, right? This should be 0. Basically, in a single year, I won't have any day in which I'll get all the 4 maxims together, right? That means f will be equal to 0 here. F will be equal to 0. Now, in such questions, right, when making this Venn diagram, it's very important to go with the kind of these numbers. Actually, it's very important that you go it. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, it's very important actually that you read these numbers and then you complete that diagram actually. Okay. So what do I mean by completing diagram? Let's say for example, I want to get the value of c plus f here. If I read c plus f here, this is the part of c plus f, right? This is the part of c plus f. Okay. This c plus f, you observe guys, this c plus f is actually, it is the part of these two circles, right? If I complete that c plus f, it's the part of these two circles actually, right? That is, it is the part of what? It is the part of outlook and the week. So it should only go for the intersection point of 15 and 7, right? So c plus f value, if I want to calculate, so c plus f value should be 365 upon LCM of what? What is that c plus f, guys? That LCM of c plus f, right? That c and f. What is that LCM of week and outlook? That is 7 and 15. 7 and 15. That is 365 upon 105. This will be 3, right? That means 3 days will be common. In that actually, f is 0 already, right? We calculate f 0. That means for sure, I got the value of c is equal to 3. Let's write this outside. I got here c is equal to 3. Correct, right? Anna. So what I'm doing, just complete the diagram, right? Just hold on, guys. Just stay for 15 minutes, okay? All doubts will be cleared in this, okay? Now just rub this part, okay? Now what I'm trying to say that, let's calculate the value of f plus g. Now just draw this diagram, right? If I want to calculate, because I want to calculate all the values that are associated with f actually, right? So now here, this I want to calculate f plus g. If I want to calculate f plus g here, f plus g. What is f plus g, guys? For this f plus g, if I see this is the region of f plus g, right? Because always complete circle. Now this is part of which two circle? This is part of this circle, obviously, right? And then this is part of this circle. Correct? This is f plus g, part of outlook and part of no cabbages, right? So part of outlook and part of no cabbages. So can I write f plus g as the intersection point of what? Outlook and no cabbages. That is 365 upon LCM of, that is outlook is 15 multiple, no cabbages is 4 multiple, 4 and 15 multiple, right? That is 365 by 60. Okay, so 365 by 60 will get you the value as, basically this will go 6 times, this is 6. Okay, similarly we had got already f is equal to 0, that means we'll get the value of g is equal to 6. So till now what I got c3, we got g6 and we got f0 till now. Okay, fine. Let's move forward, okay? Let's move forward. Now, moving on, now basically again rub this part, right? Now again just calculate quickly all the values associated with f now. Okay, so now if you calculate this, what is f plus g, right? So now once you got the value of f here, so we can calculate the value of f associated here. So we got the value of c, g and f. C we got, g we got and f we got. So I can say that I can get the value of d also, because these are the part of outlook circle here. In outlook circle, the total number is 24. C plus f plus g is 9. So can I directly say that d will be equal to 15? Right. So d will be equal to 15 because total sum is going to be 24. 24 for this outlook circle. Right. And out of that, these values are already there. Fine. Now, with this f actually, if I want to move on, then let's say f again, let's say I want to calculate f plus I here. Okay, if I want to calculate f plus I, now be careful guys, okay, f plus I. if I want to calculate f plus I here, this is actually f plus I. Okay. Now you can sense that these are part of three circles, right? If I complete this circle, this is one part of this intersection, this is one part of this intersection, right? And then this is one part of this intersection, right? So it's a part of basically three circles here. Okay, so f plus g plus f plus I is the intersection part of three circles. Which three circles, guys? They are weak, that's multiple of 7. Okay, weak that multiples of weak that is multiple of 7. So weak that is multiple of 7. Fine. Weak that is multiple of 7. Then front line that is multiple of 3. And then no cavities that is multiple of 4. Okay. So basically 365 by 84. So basically it will go 4 times, right? It will go 4 times. So I can say that f was already 0. So I also got I is equal to 4. So I got I is equal to 4 now. Okay. So just getting it right. So if there's a funda of not making any mistake, right? It's a beautiful technique to tackle such kind of sets. Okay. Just try to understand this, right? Now let's rub this part now. Okay. Now if I see further on, guys, now after f plus I, let's calculate which complete value I can calculate. I can see that I can complete the value of f plus I plus j. Okay. So once I complete the value of f plus I, let's try to calculate the value of f plus I plus j. Now what is f plus I plus j, guys? So f plus I plus j is equal to, if I complete this circle of f plus I plus j, look at this. This is a part of f plus everything, right? If you think that, let's say f was not 0, right? So you are getting calculating only I plus j. Now you'll get confused. If you write only I plus j here, no, you'll get confused that how to calculate the value of I plus j, because these are not part of any intersection part, right? Whereas if I say this f plus I plus j, so f plus I plus j is basically intersection part of these three circles here. Okay, so these two circles here. Which two circles, guys? So which two circles? So one circle is this one, okay, and one circle is this one, right? These are part of these two circles actually. Correct, right? Hana? So what is f plus I plus j? So f plus I plus j, its weak is 7 multiple and no cavity is 4 multiple. So 365 upon LCM of 7 and 4. That is how much, guys? 28, right? That will be 13. So once it is 13 actually, then it means that f was 0, I was 4, so j is 9, right? So now I got j as basically 9. So we also got j as 9 here. Okay. Now I will keep on getting these values, right? Once I got f plus j g, right? Again rub this now part. Okay. Now if I further see on, guys, okay. Now let's calculate. We've done f plus I plus j, right? Now what else I can calculate here? I can also get the value of what else we are left with. We are left with f plus g plus I plus h, right? That will give me the value of g we got, f I got, I got, right? H. Okay. So let me complete this part. So I have to take that h unknown actually, but h is not part intersection part of any circle, right? So h, if I want to calculate, so without any complexity, we can quite easily calculate the value of h here. What is the value of h? This is the value. This is the value of h, right? So if you take f plus g plus h plus I together, it is basically part of these two circles. Correct, right? Hana? What is the value of, now let's calculate the value of f plus g plus I plus h, guys. Okay. Let's calculate the value of f plus g plus I plus h. It is 365 upon LCM of what? These two circles, 3 multiple and 4 multiple. 3 and 4 multiple, that is 12. So 365 by 12 will be equal to 30, right? So if f plus g plus I plus h is 30, so I can sense here that I got the value of f as 0, I got the value of g as 6, I got the value of I as 4, therefore h will be equal to 20. So I further on got the value of h as 20 here, right? Now I got the value of f plus g plus I plus h. Now what else is left? See? Okay. So I hope all are getting this concept, right? Now last one I think is left is basically to get the value of b here. Okay. So f to get b actually, again what part to include? Just run over this, right? Just put your pen and see where the circle completes, right? Intersection circle. So B is under this part, right? You can see it actually, and these are intersection of these two full circles. So I always need to see it is intersection part of which two full circles, right? These two full circles. So B plus C plus F plus I is inside this, right? If I write this here, okay, let me write this, guys. B plus C plus F plus I is equal to what? Or basically is equal to what? That is equal to LCM of, what is the LCM of? Yes, correct, right? So sorry, 365, let me write first. So if I write here 365 upon LCM of, what's the LCM, guys? So now this two circle is multiple of 7 and multiple of 3. 7 and 3. So 21 will basically go this 210, right? 210 and 147 will go 17 times. So B plus C plus F plus I will actually go 17 times. In that already we have the value of C as 3, F and 0, I is 4. Therefore I'll get the value of B as 10. Now once I get the value of B as 10, I think we're done with all the values. I can simply calculate A and K also, right? So A, K and E, which are left out values, I can calculate actually. What is the value of A, guys? You can see. So basically in this circle is a 52, B is here 10, C is here 313 plus 013 plus 417, I is 417 and J is 926. So A also becomes 26, right? Similarly K, just total is 91 here. J is equal to 9 plus 413 plus 013 plus G is actually 619 and plus H is 39. So if you add this 39 and this total is 91, so we are left with 52 here. So K is equal to 52. Similarly the value of K, so that means if I calculate for E, guys, you can just calculate for E actually. So this outlook circle is here 24. That means the outside should be 97. Okay. So B plus I plus H plus E should be 97, right? B plus I plus H plus E should be equal to 97. Among these values, what else we have got? We have got B10, we have got I4 and H20. That means E should be equal to 63. So E should be equal to 63. So we have calculated all the values, right? Now let's answer all the questions here. What questions we can answer? Look at the first question now. On how many days did he receive exactly? Did he read exactly 2 magazines, right? The person tried to calculate exactly 2 magazine. So look at where exactly 2 magazine. Just look at the circle. B should be for exactly 2 magazine. B is for the week and frontline. J is as exactly 2 magazine. Week and the no cabbages. D is exactly 2 magazine. Outlook and frontline. And H is exactly 2 magazine. What is H? Frontline and no cabbages, right? Okay. So basically, so I should write here, what is the answer? Answer is B plus G plus D plus H. B plus J plus D plus H. So if I add all these values will add up to what? B plus J plus D plus H. B is 10, 9, 19, 15, 34 and 20, 54. So 54 is the answer for first question. On how many days of the year he did not read any magazine? He did not read any magazine, right? Just total 365 days hai. Just calculate the values on which he is reading the magazine. That is total Venn diagram value. So the biggest circle is 121. So let's count this full circle for 121. 121 plus 26 is 147. 147 plus value of J is 9, that is 156 plus 52 is 208. So it is 208. So 365 minus 208, 157 is left out. That's the answer. For second question, on how many days did he read exactly 3 magazines, right? So exactly 3 magazines, देखो कहाँ पे आ रहा है आपका 3 magazines? So 3 magazines will be for C, I think, right? C, yes, it will be C basically, because C is for Outlook, Frontline and the week. Okay, then it is for actually G, right? Yes, G. G will be for no cabbages, Outlook and Frontline. So C plus G. Then it can be for I also, right? I is basically Frontline, the week and the no cabbages. Okay, and then we should have E, J, D. This is done, right? Okay, so E should be only Outlook. Okay, H is only 2 magazines here. Okay, Then we have got, I think that's it, right? Okay, so I we have done. B B was for exactly 2. C we have taken, that is C plus G plus I think, right? Yes. So C plus G plus I, if I'm not missed anything. So C is basically 3, G is 6 and I is 4. That is equal to 13. So 13 should be the answer here. That is the answer for this question. Okay, that's a fantastic set, guys. A very, very good set. Okay, and a good concept to know. So you can just learn this concept and preserve actually. Okay, that once I begin this Venn diagram, if you see such values that one circle can complete, come again inside full circle, that's concentric circle case, right? So you can solve like this. Okay. If you read this set, guys, this set actually says that there are 2 players playing a game, and one player can pick 1 matchstick, one can pick 3 matchstick, okay, and one can pick 4 matchstick. 2 they cannot pick actually, right? So you got to start thinking from somewhere that, let's say for example, now let's start with whoever chance it is, right? Let's say it is the chance of which player at what number of coins, right? So let's say whoever chance it is. For example, if at 1 coin, if it is chance of mine, right? So if there are ones, just think over it, right? If there are 1 coin or one same thing, right? 1 matchstick. Okay, so let's talk about coin. But matchstick is a wrong word to say. Okay, if there are 1 coin, if there is 1 coin on the table, and if I want to, if it is my chance, so will I win the game? Yes, because I'll pick that 1 coin, I'll win the game. So 1 is a winning number for me, right? If it is my chance and there are 2 coins on the table, so in that case I lose the game because I can't pick 2. So I can pick 1. Now the other player will pick the other first coin, right? So he will win the game now. So at 2 coins, he is the winner. Fine. At 3 coins, if it is my chance, then again I'll win the game, because if there are 3 coins, I'll pick all 3 at a time and I'll win the game. At 4 coins also I'll win the game. So I'm talking about a person whoever chance it is right now. So if there are 4 coins on the table, and if it is my chance, means player whoever chance it is between the 2 players, right? He will win the game because all 4 he will pick at a time. Fine. If I move to 5 coins, at 5 coins who will win the game? Whoever chance it is, he will win the game or not, right? Yes, he will win the game, because 2 is a, you know that whoever chance it is right now, 2 is a losing number, because if there are 2 coins on the table and whoever chance it is, right, he will lose the game. That we know now. Okay. So if there are 5 coins on the table, I can pick, if it is my chance, I'll pick 3 coins and I'll bring the game at 2 coins for you, right? And in that case, it is your chance, and there is 2 on the table, 2 coins, so you'll lose the game at that time. Okay, fine. If there are 6 coins, now again, if it is my chance, I will win the game, or whoever chance it is, he will win the game, because if there are 6 coins on the table, if I pick 4 coins, so if I pick 4 coins, then the game will come down to 2 coins for you, right? And I know that at 2 coins, whoever chance it is, he will lose the game. Okay, so till 6, all these are winning number for me. Only 2 is a losing number if it is my chance. At 7, now think over it, right? At 7, is it a losing number for me or winning number? No, it's a losing number for me, because if there are 7 coins on the table, and if I pick 1, 3 or 4 coin, so after picking 1 coin, I'll end at 6. After picking 3 coins, I'll end at 4. And after picking 4 coins, I'll end at 3. Correct. So now, in this case, after picking, so in this case, now if there are 3 coins on the table, so I know that now 3 was a winning number for whoever chance it is. So if 7 coins, it was my chance, and after picking 1 coin, I have handed over that winning number to him, right? Now 6 is a winning number. Then if there are 6 coins and it is the opposite player chance, now he will win the game, because if there are 6 coins on the table, he will pick 4 coins and he will give the game at 2 coins for me, right? And in that case, I lose the game, because I know that at 2 coins, whoever chance it is, he will lose the game actually, right? That means 7 is a losing number actually. Then if I move forward, guys, what about 8? Now 8 is a winning number for me, because if there are 8 coins, it is my chance. I'll pick 1 coin, and if I pick 1 coin, I'll basically hand over a losing number to you, and you will lose the game at 7, right? So that's how we'll try to find some pattern for our initial numbers, right? Because if you look at the questions here, the first question is around 8 to 13. It's around 16, right? So let's try try to find a pattern around 10-15 numbers, and then we can solve this whole set very easily actually. So if you see this, guys, now if there are 8 coins, here, okay, if there are 8 coins here, now in that case, I'll win the game. At 9 coins, if there are 9 coins, it is my chance. Now tell me, at 9 coins, I'll lose the game or win the game? Now I'll lose the game, right? Because the nearest losing number which I want to hand over to you is 7 coins, right? But since there are 9 coins and I cannot pick 2 coins, so I cannot hand over the game at 7 to you, right? So in that case, I am the loser. Here. Okay, fine. So at 9, I'll lose the game. Again at 10, I'll win the game because 9 is a losing number. I'll pick 1 coin and hand over the game at 9 coins to you, right? So now you got the pattern, right? So I think you got the pattern. What are the losing numbers here? 2, 7, 9. Now next should be what? So at a gap of 5, right? First gap of 2, then first gap of 2, then gap of 5, then gap of 2. Now should be gap of 5, right? That means next losing number should be 14 actually. Why? Because again at 14 coins, the nearest losing number for me is 9. And since I cannot pick 5 coins, so I cannot hand over a losing number to you, right? So once I pick any number of coin among 1, 3 or 4, I'll hand over a winning number to you and you will win the game, right? That's how we go about it, right? So basically, that's the funda. Okay, so I got a pattern right now. Okay, and obviously after 14, 16 was a losing number. Just think over it, right? Karo na, copy bhi karo na, okay? Even if you're a little bit thinking about this thing, right? Just think over it, right? Of different situations and make sure that both the players are playing to win the game actually. सब लोग ये खेलने के लिए जीत रहे हैं, मतलब जीतने के लिए खेल रहे हैं, right? For example, मतलब in this case की both the players are playing intelligently. So सबको पता है कि कौन सा losing number है, right? तो ये series चलता जाएगा, right? तो what are losing numbers for me, guys? So like one series is like 7. So one series is like 7, then 14, then next will be 21 like that. So one series is 7k. The losing numbers are basically 7k. And there's one more series here, 2, then 9, then 16, that is 7k plus 2. So gap of 7 starting with 2, 7k plus 2, right? So these are 2 losing numbers here. Fine. So with this I can very easily answer the first 2 questions. What first question says that, what is the value of n from 8 to 13, both included, so that winner definitely wins the game if it is known that Ajay starts the game. Okay, so 8 to 13. Now winner definitely wins the game if Ajay starts the game. That means you want that the person who is starting the game doesn't win, right? So if the person who is starting the game doesn't win, between 8 to 13, what is that number? That number is 9. Okay, so 9 is the answer for first question. Similarly, what is the value of n from 16 to 22 so that Ajay definitely wins the game if it is known that he does not start the game? Again, you want that he doesn't start the game and he wins the game. That means the person who starts the game, that should be a losing number for him. So between 16 to 22, both excluded, we have got 21 as a losing number here, 21. A multiple of 7 in between 16 to 22 is 21. So 21 is the answer for second question. Correct, right? Okay. Now let's look at the other question of this set, guys. Yeah, so one more question here, guys. So in this question it says that which of the following statement is true? So if you read the options here, you'll find that D is true because if n is a multiple of 7, the second player will always win. Why? Because the numbers are what? 7k and 7k plus 2. Okay, the numbers are 7k and 7 plus k plus 2. These are the losing numbers for the player who started. That means the player who didn't start, that is the second player, he will win the game at these losing numbers, right? So that is D option is the answer for this question. Okay, so just think these things, right? You have to kind of understand these concepts and this set basically. So we have done a coin set, initial coin set, and in that it is more of a conventional set, and so this kind of thought level you need to develop in the exam, right? When you see such kind of set, so just don't be stick to any concept, right? You just quickly have that flexibility to adapt to different situations actually, right? So hope you all are doing good, very good, guys. Okay, so we'll putting few more videos of LRDI, okay, with some good tricky level sets of further advanced level. Okay, so be in the best of mental preparation and mental phase for CAT this year, and work very hard, study a lot, revise a lot, right? And let's do it, right? Okay, so see you in the other video. Okay, bye bye. Thank you for watching. Hi guys, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Rodha. My name is Ravi Prakash, and again I'm back with a fantastic set on quant based puzzle. Okay, so we are continuing the series here, quant based puzzle. It's a very important topic for especially in recent pattern of CAT. They ask lot of sets on quant based puzzles actually. Okay, so you can take it as a caselet, as a puzzle, whatever you like, right? It's a perfect CAT level set. Okay, just pause this video, try this set for at least 15 minutes, and then we'll solve it. If you're not able to solve it, just try it for at least 15 to 20 minutes, right? Okay, look at this set now. Now this set here says that now see, this is actually, it's a big puzzle, right? It's a good puzzle having multiple points, right? So whenever there's a multiple parameters puzzle, actually I can say, then I can always, I have told you earlier also, that we read the points only once. Okay, we jot all the point, we jot down all the points in the table, all the direct points in the table, and all the indirect points outside the table, right? But actually we jot it down. Okay, so we read the point again only once, and then we will put all the points in the information actually. Okay, so in puzzle, this is the most common thing, that we just keep on reading the points again and again, and we waste a lot of time. Okay, so make a general rule, read the puzzle only once. Okay, so for example, you see here, this set talks about the average sales for the 7 months were 45,000, which were in the same as that in September. Okay, so average sales for the 7 months were 45,000, and you can actually see it previously, right? What this set was all about actually. Okay, so you can just see it here, that a coaching institute has to prepare its business report for last 7 months of the year, but they lost the records. Their manager could remember the following: their average sales for the 7 months were 45,000, which were the same as was in September. Okay, so the first line you can see here, if you have read this set actually. Okay, so I'll give you a summary. From here to here, they're talking about the sales part. Okay, then from here to here, they're talking about the expense part actually. Fine, and till this point. Okay, and from here to here, they're talking about the average profit here. Okay, so again, this data is in basically 3 parts, right? Sales, expense, and profit. So I'll also make a table like that. Okay, so let me make a table for that. Okay, sales, expense, and profit. Fine. So I just tried here. Okay, make a table like this, guys. Let it be sales, expense, and profit. Okay, then we have months here from last for the 7 months, and this is basically from so November, June. I think it was written in the set, right? I think just read the set actually. I've just taken summary. Yeah, it is last 7 months. Okay, it is last 7 months. Fine. Okay, so that means from June to December should make the table. Okay, I'll make the table from June to December. Fine. So we'll just make it, guys, June to December. June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Fine. So once I make this actually, okay, and we'll draw a table actually. Fine, like this. So always arrange the data. Okay, that's the most basic thing of basic point about solving a set. Arrange the data. Okay, so it should not like it should not be messy one actually while solving questions in CAT. Okay, so it should be neat and clean actually. Fine. Okay, like this. The arrange the data here. Fine. Yeah. Now you can see here, guys. So what I can see here is now. Just try to see this point actually. Okay. So again, we'll read the puzzle only once, right? We'll read the puzzle only once. Okay. Average sales for the 7 months were 45,000, which was same as in September. So I'll note here that September sales was 45,000, and it was actually average sales for 7 months. That means what is total sales, guys? So total sales is how much? 45,000 into 7. That is equal to what? 315k, that is 3,15,000. Okay, 3,15,000. Okay, now basically now their highest sales of 52,000 were in November. Okay, so highest sales of 52,000 was in November. Mark somewhere highest, because in data, in puzzle, no point is useless, right? We utilize every point. So if they are given highest here, there must have been some meaning actually. Okay, and their lowest in June. So mark here, the lowest was in June. Mark a L here. Okay. He also remembered that their sales in December were 48,000 and the sales in no 2 months were equal. Sales in December was 48,000. Okay, and the sales in no 2 months were equal. That means all are distinct data, right? So all are distinct data. Okay, fine. We'll just put this point here that all are distinct data, right? I'll just write here distinct numbers actually. Fine. Now let's move forward. The average now over sales over, right? Now move to expense now. The average expense in the given period were 38,000, which were the same as that in October. So in October the expense was 38,000. What is total expense now? So total expense becomes 38k into 7, 38,000 into 7, that is 266,000. Okay, that is 266k, that is 2,66,000. Okay, now the highest expense were in November and the lowest was 31,000 in June. So lowest of 31,000 was in June and highest expense were in November. I'll put here highest expense in November. Okay. Like sales, expense also were in multiples of 1,000 and also were different for each of the 7 months. That means all the data are different here. Okay, so all are distinct numbers and all are here multiples of 1,000. Okay, 1,000k you can write here. Okay, and basically k already used in, put here 1,000a. You can just put here 1,000a, right? Okay, 1,000a. That means multiples of 1,000. Okay, now again we're done through this, right? Okay, now after this they've written here like sales expense were also 1,000 and okay, yeah, the expense in November and the sales in August were same. So expense in November, so let's say expense in November is X, so sales in August will also be X, right? So you just see the approach, guys. I'm reading the data and I'm jotting down the point actually. Okay, so I'm not wasting again, I'll not be wasting time again reading the whole set. Once I've read this set, I've read the puzzle, I have all the points in front of my eyes and then I can solve by combining all the points actually. Fine. Okay. So like sales, the expense also were in multiple 1,000 and we have done this here, right? Okay, sales in August were same. Fine. Now come to a profit part, guys. Okay, so his average profit for the given period. Okay, so his average profit for the given period has become how much? So the average profit for the given period was the same as his profits in the month of June and December. So average, so we can just calculate the average profit, guys. Okay, because the total expense is 315k and the total sales is 315k, that is 3,15,000. So total sales is 3,15,000. Total expense is 2,66,000. So what is total profit? So always what is profit? Profit is sales minus expense. Okay, so 315k minus 266k, that is what is total profit, guys? So total profit is 49,000. What is the average profit? Divide by 7, that is equal to 7,000. Okay, that means the 7,000 here is same in June and December. Okay, so I'll put 7,000 in June here. Okay, let me put 7,000 in June and let me put 7,000 in December. Fine. Yeah. He also remembered that his highest profit of 10,000 was in November. So highest profit of 10,000 was in November. Fine, I'll put here again highest profit. Okay, and the profit of 5,000 in July was the lowest. So 5,000 in July was the lowest, right? That's all data we have now. Okay, so you can quickly fill whatever the information we have. Okay, so you can just see it, guys, here, or see it here. So 52, always sales minus expense is always profit, right? So 52,000 minus 40 minus 10,000 should be 42,000. I can fill the data here. Similarly, we can look for the columns which we have two data already, and third one we can calculate. So again, 30 something minus 31,000 is 7,000. That means this has to be how much? 38,000. Okay. Now this x was 42,000. This x here also becomes 42,000. Okay. That's what we got, right? That's what we got now. So now what data we have left? What we're left with is, so we're left with here, let's say 2 cells here are blank. Put here S1, put here S2. Okay. And 3 expenses are blank, E1, E2 and E3. Now, can you get the value of S1, S2 here? Yes. What is the value of S1 plus S2? So you can see the total is 3,15,000 here. Okay. Out of that, how much we have used here? 38 plus 42 is 80, then 125, then 177 and 225. So 315 minus 225, we are left with 90,000. So S1 plus S2 is 90,000. Fine. Now, what is the value of E1 plus E2 plus E3? Okay, E1 plus E2 plus E3. 3 blanks here, right? Here see here 3 blanks, total is 266k. Fine. In that we have used how much? Oh sorry, I can fill here also, no? I can fill here 41,000, right? Yes, I can fill this 41 here also. Okay. So now you can see here now basically, so expense is how much, right? So E1 plus E2 plus is E3. How much we have used? 31 plus 38, 69, 111 plus 41, 142. So out of 266, we have used 152. Sorry, I think 152, no? Yeah, 152. So I'm left with 114. So 1,14,000 is left. Okay. So guys, I can start thinking, no, because I have to see this data, what data satisfy here. So I can start thinking from any number actually. Fine, but actually we have some constraints here, no? Because this is the highest data, this is the lowest data, this is the sum 114,000. All numbers have to be in multiples of 1,000, right? So with all this constraint actually, so more is the values, right? So more values you pick among the data, okay, the more constraint you can actually develop. That means, for example, if I want to start this from analyzing from S1 plus S2 is 90,000 or E1 plus E2 plus E3 is 1,14,000, I would like to start from E1 plus E2 plus E3. Okay, because the values are more, so this will become more constraints, right? More restrictions. If there are more restrictions on E1, E2, E3, there will be less cases actually. Fine. So now you see guys, E1 plus E2 plus E3 is equal to 1,14,000. Correct. Now, can I check this here? That obviously all the values are distinct, right? So the 114 by 3 is 38, and 38 has already occurred here. That means 38 I cannot use at all. Okay. Now, if I see 42 is the highest value and 41 is already present here. That means if I can't use 38, so to make this sum as 114, one of the sum of the value, I don't know the order, right? Order can be anything, but two of the values has to be 39,000 and 40,000. Right? Because 38 I cannot use, that to increase one data, right? It's like symmetry, no? All values can be 38, 38, 38, right? So if I increase one value by 38, let's say if I increase one value to 39, then other one I need to reduce to 37 to maintain that balance of 114. Again, if I make one value 38 plus 2, 40, so one is 38, one is 40, then other should be 36 to again maintain that 114, right? So similarly here also, but I can't use 38 here, right? That means I have to increase some values. So increase means I can increase only by 2 because 42 is occupied, 41 is occupied, only 40 and 39 is left. So both have to be used, right? So 40 plus 39 is 79, so I'm only left with 35,000. That means these are my three values here. That's it. 40 plus 39 plus 35. This is equal to 1,14,000. These are my three values here. Now, once I get these values, I'm sure, right? And there will be no other case because I can't push the value beyond 39 and 40. This has to be there. So I can't. You can think over it, guys. I can't have any other case actually. So, but I don't know that where to fill 39, where to fill 40 and where to fill 35. So I'll just check it, right? Because it's LR. So never think over it. Don't think over, like I always say in examination and all, people are pondering over, like if you get such kind of situation, they just think like this, they'll think like this, or they look upward, right? So basically looking upward will not give the answer. Okay, in LR you have to solve it actually, right? So you don't be referent or don't be afraid from making cases. you make cases, guys. Okay, you make cases. Okay, so now let's see here. So basically, if we have got this 5,000, okay, so I don't know what values will be, right? So let's say, for example, I can put, let's say, for example, I can put 35,000, right? And let's say, will 35,000 work? Let me check. If I put 35,000 there, then here I need to put 40,000, because 40 minus 35 will be 5. Okay, but S1 plus S2 is 90,000. If S1 is 40,000, then F2 becomes 50,000. If S2 becomes 50,000, that means 50 minus 38 will become 12,000, right? But I see that highest profit is 10,000, so it can't be 12, right? That means this assumption is wrong. So E1 can't be 35, right? So I can put here that E1 can't be 35. Okay, you just rub this data. Okay, E1 can't be 35, and I'll put here fine. Chalo, E1 can't be 35. Okay. Now let me pick here next number, guys. 40. Can E1 be 40? Let me check. If I put E1 as 40,000, then for this sales minus expense to be 5,000, S1 has to be 45,000. But 45,000 is already here. That means value cannot repeat, right? All are distinct multiples of 1000. That means this 40 is also wrong. So 40, so E1 can't be 35, E1 can't be 40. So only one possibility left with E1, I think. Okay, so only one possibility is left with E1. What possibility is left? That possibility is how much? 39,000. So E1 can only be 39,000. I'll put E1 as 39,000. Okay, in that case, what is S1? So 44 minus 39 should be equal to 5,000. S1 plus S2 is how much? 90,000. That means S2 should be 46,000. 46 minus 38 should be 8,000. So all are tallying, right? No issue here. Okay, now E2 and E3 is left. So I can have 40 as value. I already used 39 here, right? So I'm only left with 40 and 35. I can't use a 40 here, because if I use a 40 here, in that case 42 minus 40 will be 2,000, and already the lowest profit is 5,000. That means I can't put a 2 here, right? That means this is again wrong. So what is the value of E2? If E2 can't be 40, already it can't be 39. So only possibility is E2 should be 35,000. If E2 is 35,000, then 42 minus 35 becomes 7,000. Okay, if it's 7,000 now, so the last value is set was, this should be 40,000. Okay, 45 minus 40 should be 5,000, right? So hence we have solved this set. Okay, so it's a fantastic set, guys. It's a really good set. Okay, and like this we are solving around I'm very happy to announce in the last video only that like this, and this is a perfect CAT level set, right? So like this we are going to solve 450 plus LRDI sets, okay, in my new CAT 21 batch. So my CAT 21 batch is starting from 24th October. Okay, every day, every weekend, live at Unacademy Plus. In first 2 months we'll be mostly doing the classes 6 hours per day, because I have a lot of commitment with people currently solving for giving CAT and ZAT. Once the ZAT is over around first week of January, then we can increase the classes frequency to around 10 to 12 hours per week. Okay, so right now for CAT 21 batch should be right now in first 2 months, I'm starting for 24th October, it should be around 6 hours per week. Okay, so we're starting with 24th October with speed, maths and arithmetic. Again, it's a 60 plus hour course of arithmetic first module, and in December last we'll be starting with LRDI. Okay, so it's a great opportunity for all of you. When you're attending my classes, you don't need any book actually. My question bank, my notes are more than enough. So yes, so from 24th October at 9:30 AM we'll meet. If you want to enroll for these courses, we'll meet daily in live classes. We talk, we laugh, we motivate each other in Telegram group. In our Plus Telegram, we will solve a lot of questions, doubts. So every day I keep tracking people. Okay, so if you want to enroll in these courses in CAT 21 batch, you can use my referral code Ravi Rodha. Okay, Ravi Rodha is the code here. Whatever prices are shown there, you'll get 10% discount, and especially this course is for CAT 21 people. Okay,